Welcome to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legend of the past, the superstars of the present, the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW NXT, and every Friday after SmackDown.
What
How you doing, Scott?
in the world was
well,
that?
I was trying to make sure that you had making sure you had the mic turned on. And so it kind of got all jarbled up because I was going, okay, if the mic's not on, I'm going to have to redo this.
Jeez, man.
And I didn't really want to have to do that. So, so that is why I, messed that up.
Hey,
or I'm just a goofball, one of the two. Hello, Scott. Hello, give me a hello. Yeah, hello, James. Scott, sorry to hear about that, man. We'll try and cheer you up a little bit here.
What up, folks? How we hanging?
So
I can't hear y'all.
I can hear y'all. Good. Well,
I can. Well, geez, man.
AJ Styles real life.
Woo! I need to learn how to read because I saw a T there and there was no T. It said can, not can't.
Jono, I still have goosebumps, so, I'm pretty excited about it. The Matt Riddle thing I'm pretty excited about, so we'll get right into the show here and talk about it and get started.
Alrighty, folks, what's up?
Oh, observing stuff.
How's it hanging? How we doing?
About 48 hours of wrestling, Twitter, Mystery Lane. Yes, it has been a rough 48 hours. A lot of it we'll have to wait and see. I think I know some people have admitted to some things, and some people will say that they didn't do anything. So I think that this will have to be a wait and see for some people, and obviously some people that did admit to doing it should probably be fired and released and sent away.
So,
pretty cool show, yes, I would say. I missed half of SmackDown. It was raining. Made the satellite go out. Yes,
all right.
James, I know the feeling. We used to have satellite. I do internet now.
I'm going to tell you.
What happened in those 48 hours? Yes, they did export.
I didn't really love SmackDown until the end.
I thought it was a good show.
I
heard about Jack Gallagher, Jono. I don't know what happened. Are you talking about, overall the last 48 hours there observing stuff?
It's been crazy. It's been nuts.
Yes, no more bleeding and no more excessive bleeding in WWE. Yep. Old Bray Wyatt is back. Let my ass off. Yes, we're going to talk about that. I love what they're doing with him. We'll get to that. Talk about that.
So, I didn't really love what they were doing on SmackDown till the very end. There were only a couple things, towards the beginning of the show that I don't know. It wasn't like
Dana was not on tonight. I'm talking about the last 48 hours. I saw SmackDown. The last 48 hours has been a lot of accusations. We'll talk about it at the end of the stuff.
I did not.
Because I'm going to make a comment about it, and we'll go from there.
Did not love.
So stick around.
Everything. It's not like I didn't like what was happening on SmackDown, but it just didn't have this flow like other shows do, and I don't know. So I'll go through it though. So we started the show off with AJ Styles.
Bray Wyatt could lose every match and still be a star.
That's not necessarily the case, but okay.
Bray Wyatt could lose every match.
That's not necessarily the case. It wasn't before.
It
might be now, but I'll talk about Bray Wyatt in a minute because I'm going to go off on a tangent if you continue talking about Bray Wyatt losing every match and he could be a star because that's not the case, in my opinion. So I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to talk about AJ Styles because AJ Styles is the talk of the town.
Yes, Dana was in a small segment,
and so we're gonna.
Sorry, James, I told you she wasn't. She was on there for just a split second.
She was. So AJ Styles. He comes out, and he's being crowned the Intercontinental Champion, and I'm like, okay, whoop-de-dingle-do. So he tells Bryan to come and crown him as IC Champ, and Bryan does, and he's, making a big deal out of this, and it was, great, awesome, cool, whatever. AJ then's like, if anybody wants a shot at me and my Intercontinental Championship, then you must be the number one contender. Boom. Then you hear, bro.
AJ Styles looks like my mother with a beard.
So Matt Riddle comes out.
Now I'm going to go do a Photoshop on it and, take the beard off of him and see what your mother looks like.
So Matt Riddle comes out, and he says, you're the face that runs the place. Well, I'm the bro that runs the show. So after that, the two beat each other up, and it's great. We then get AJ Styles versus Matt Riddle. This is a good match. It was a great match.
I thought it was a good match.
I like this.
I love the whole setup. I went from not being a huge bro fan to being a huge bro fan, and what he did tonight, not just the match, but the whole promo stuff that they were doing, I thought was awesome.
I love I'm the bro who runs the show.
Just go to his old pictures of that when he wrestled out the beard. But his old pictures, he looks like I mean, it depends on what you're talking about, because some of his old pictures, you look at him back then and look at him now, and he looks different.
So, as
Doesn't
long
matter, the damn satellite is still out. What did she do? And thank you.
as long
We'll get to that in a minute, James.
as long as everything stays the same and nothing changes with things outside of what's happening in storylines for Matt Riddle's getting the Intercontinental Championship. They're giving it to him.
Yes.
He's getting the belt.
Yes.
And so just be ready for that, because the bro is going to be the IC champion. As long as everything is, like, fine. And cool.
Hello, Elijah.
So, that's just the way it is.
Hey, hello, guys. Man, oh man, 2020 has been a weird week. Well, if 2020 was only a week long, things would be over and we'd be in 2021. A lot of people would like that. But we are not in 2020. We are 2021, so it's still 2020, and it's been like 6 months.
That's cool. Nice introduction to Smackdown if he gets the IC belt. That's where I think we're going with this. I think they're strapping a rocket to him, and I think he's getting the Intercontinental Championship, and I think he's going to be a big deal on Smackdown for a bit.
Export, I think he's going to be okay just based off of what I've seen.
So, just hoping he doesn't get buried next week with all the things that's happening to him and other wrestlers. Yeah, so the Riddle AJ Styles match.
Solve the list of allegations. I'm going to talk about it briefly at the end.
The Riddle and
so if you want to stick around.
Styles match was good, and I enjoyed it. And it was great.
Yes.
It was cool and epic and awesome. So Riddle won. He beat AJ. And I saw a couple people going, well, why did they do that? You had AJ Styles in an excellent match with Daniel Bryan last week, and you have him get beat clean by Matt Riddle. That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense because he's getting the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes.
As long as everything isn't true.
Yes.
He'll be fine. And he's going to get the Intercontinental Championship.
I would agree.
That's what's happening. So,
which is good. I think it's a good move.
So we need to just.
You got a character. You got a guy that can do well on the mic. You got a guy that can do well.
He's like funny, and he's over, and it makes sense to put the belt on him.
Yes, I would agree.
I want AJ to keep it. I'm not saying that Matt Riddle's gonna get the belt like tomorrow.
No, he's not getting it tomorrow.
But
Saturday.
But
he's gonna wait till next Friday.
I think that I'm gonna say the earliest would be at Extreme Rules. You're gonna get AJ Styles versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. Latest would be at SummerSlam.
Next pay-per-view.
Which would be Extreme Rules.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking for that.
And they might wait till SummerSlam just to get a crowd there.
Or not a crowd there.
Yeah, because we're not having a crowd. Well, we might, because, there's certain states that will allow crowds because they're dumb.
He's got all the tools to be a top star, TBH. Yeah, he does. So we then have Jeff Hardy in a little interview thing. I'm over this, dude. I just don't care anymore. Like,
I kind of like what they're doing with it.
I don't want to see any more Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. I just don't.
Well,
I'm over it. I know we're going to get it, and I know they're going to have, like, an Extreme Rules match or something at SummerSlam. Extreme Rules. I don't care.
Someone else is going to be brought into this mix.
That is the only way I'm going to get interested in this again, because I don't want the dude with the red hair and red beard to be Sheamus.
Well,
it's totally like...
The more I watch this,
I don't like it.
I definitely think that they are going to, the more I think that they're going to do something with it.
I just did not care at all. Like, I didn't know. I'm good. I'm over this.
I don't think you're getting a Bryan AJ Styles rematch.
No, not now. Maybe down the line, not for the belt.
Bray Wyatt's still over even though he's booked poorly. Yes, I would agree, sort of. I think he's over anyway. I think he is booked poorly. I think the way things they've done with him has been done poorly. But I think everything could tie back into him and him saying, hey, I didn't, like the whole Seth change could be tied back to Bray Wyatt.
Could be, but it probably
whole thing with
won't be.
Braun could be tied back to Bray Wyatt.
It is tied back to Bray. What are you talking about? It is okay.
Well,
I'm gonna yell about this in a minute.
Yeah, but here's the thing: after this whole thing is done with Braun, I think that you will get that you could tie whatever happens back to Bray Wyatt. Because I think eventually what's going to happen is Braun's going to lose his mind.
I'll share my thoughts on it in a little bit.
Hello,
I got a lot to say.
I'm not a huge fan of the Jeff Hardy stuff right now. I got to get that guy wrestling more.
Thank you.
I agree. Unless, there's like an injury or something like that that's possibly happening, and then you get him out there and you get everybody to watch him. And
looks like we're getting a Maven rant. Yeah, Mr. G keeps going like this, then yeah, we are.
Yeah, Mr. G, triggers the Maven rant.
Pretty much.
How do you guys feel about Brother Love taking Paul Heyman's place? We'll talk about that at the end. We kind of talked about it the other day.
So, well, we did on today. Not today. We filmed it yesterday.
Yeah. If you go to Give Me a Whole Yeah, they put out a show yesterday. Put it out today, actually. And
geez, you don't even know when it went up.
Well,
it went out
my
today.
Days all run together, so it doesn't matter.
It went out today. Today is Friday. It went up earlier today. It is on Gimme a Whole Yeah Podcast's YouTube. It's the weekend review of wrestling, and we talked about a whole bunch of different things, and we talked about the change in
Elijah, I appreciate you.
What's his face? Paul Heyman getting fired. We talked about that. I guess not fired, but demoted. So we talked about that, and we talked about a whole bunch of other stuff. And so go check that out when you're done here.
Yeah, not right now. Don't do it now.
No,
wait till after.
Wait until after we're done talking. Thanks, guys, and thank you to everyone who joined us earlier. It was fun. Yes.
Definitely.
And don't forget, while we're here talking about Give Me a Whole Yeah, tomorrow, here on this channel, the Wrestle Story, we're going to be joined by Give Me a Whole Yeah. We're going to be watching an old ECW pay-per-view. We don't know which one yet because you got to go to Twitter to vote. So go to @Maven Gleen and vote on which pay-per-view we're going to watch because we're doing that tomorrow, and it's going to be epic. So make sure to come back.
Epic.
How do they get rid of Paul? This calls for the Dudleys to return.
So, I'll bring the tea. You do that.
Yeah, we know you're bringing a little more.
Just a little
but
more.
hey, if you want to call it tea, go ahead.
A little more, but not just
ECW,
not just one.
Tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central.
1 cup of tea.
10 o'clock.
Or 2 cups of tea. Or 3 cups of tea. Or 4 cups of tea. It might be 5 cups of tea. I mean, possibly. It might be more than that, though. We don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's ECW.
We do not know yet.
So, ECW. So everything's gonna be a lot more hardcore and more intense, and so I would not be shocked if we get some fun stuff on that show.
Yes.
It's a bottomless cup. Which ECW? We don't know yet. Observing stuff. It's why you gotta go to Twitter and vote.
Oh yeah, you don't.
But you don't have a Twitter. So, dang, that's why you should just listen to us.
That's right. We keep telling you, go get a Twitter.
Go make a Twitter, and you keep not making a Twitter and not voting on our shows.
I wish they would leave Becky and Seth alone. Their baby hasn't even born yet, and people are posting creepy things on IG and Twitter. What the hell is wrong with people? People are dumb,
weird.
James. Just
yes?
plain and simple, people are dumb. And the problem is you kind of have to ignore some of the stuff and just let it go out in one ear, or just pretend like you didn't see it. Or don't pretend like you didn't see it and go, man, people are just dumb.
So, up next, we got Shorty G versus Mojo Raleigh.
The only reason why you're championship yells because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. Damn.
I can't tweet like the cool kids. Well,
you
tweet
don't
like
have
the
to
uncool
tweet.
kids.
Just make an account and then go to Maven Gleen and select. All you have to do is make a selection: 1, 2, 3, or 4, and just. That's all you have to do. You don't have to tweet.
Man, 2.5 hours. My tea's definitely gonna see me through. EC Dub, Maven, Chad Gable. No, export Shorty G. So, Shorty G versus Mojo Rawley. It was like a fine match. They were like, "Oh, Shorty G got the upset victory on Mojo Rawley," and I'm like, really?
Twitter's adults,
Really?
TikTok's kids. Yes.
I guess that makes me an adult because I don't really use TikTok.
Not me neither.
So I have it. I watch videos on it, but I don't post anything because I'm not lame.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
'cause
not
TikTok's
saying
lame.
it's
I just
lame.
look at it.
But I mean,
What a lame app
there's
TikTok
some good
is.
content on there.
But I watch it.
But I mean, I do watch it. I don't post anything though. So Shorty G won. Oh, Shorty G's back, beating a jobber. Okay. Yep.
I thought it was cool that when he was doing his interview, he's like, "I have eyes in the back of my head."
Well, pow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that was epic. I wish I had eyes in the
Not
back
yet,
of my head,
James.
but I don't. So
Yes.
that's life. So after this, we get Miz TV with Mandy. That was probably extremely loud, and I apologize. I don't know why I'm speaking to the mic.
It's sheer silent because you hurt the mic's ears.
I knew he would win, but he should have won better.
Well, the win's a win. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's just win.
Yeah, the interview was cool. So Miz TV with Mandy. This was great. This would have been better if they had shown Miz and Morrison's new music video, but I digress. Okay. Mandy's on the show.
That's because Jericho's like a 50-year-old kid.
Do you know Jericho does to people who makes fun of TikToks? You know what?
You just made the list. Guy with a stupid cow.
So, story of my life. So Miz TV with Mandy. This, like I said, would have been better if we'd seen the music video because, it just would have been. It would have ultimately made me a happier person, if I had been able to see the Miz and Morrison music video. But whatever, they don't listen to me, so that's cool. So they tell Mandy that they've got a surprise, and they're like, "It's Sonya!" And Mandy's like, "Ugh." And I'm like, "Ugh." Not because Sonya's coming out, but because Mandy's like, "Ugh." So then Sonya questions. She's like, "What do I have to do to get on TV?" Because honestly, outside of this, if it wasn't for Miz and Morrison bringing me out right now, I would not be on the show. I would not be on Smackdown.
It would not. The Wrestle Story video. It's coming.
I would not have been on SmackDown if it wasn't for Miz and Morrison calling me out here right now. I wouldn't have been. What do I have to do to get a match on SmackDown? Because week after week, I see that let's just take a look at tonight, shall we? It's literally listed. You're like on the posters for SmackDown for tonight. Mandy on Miz TV. Great. Awesome. What have you done to get that? What have you done? Okay, week after week, you're put out there, and you're putting these matches. But do you win these matches? No. No, you don't, because you're a loser. Week after week, you're put out here in these lame, like, interviews and stuff. And you're not good at talking. But I guess the highlight of your career now, Mandy, because you're not good at anything else, is you making out with Otis by a pool. Epic. Great. Good for you, Mandy. But while you're doing all this garbage, I'm not even on the card. And I'm a better fighter than you. I can cut a better promo than you. And I don't understand it.
And gosh darn it, people like me.
They do. People do like me.
You won't get the joke.
But
A lot of people won't get the joke. It's a Saturday Night Live thing.
I just don't understand. I don't understand what I have to do to get on the show. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, look at you. Look at me. Look at you. Look at me. I just don't.
She's copying Becky. She'll never be Becky. After Nia punches her in the nose, she will be.
James, I hate to tell you this, but Sonya's been rocking suits longer than Becky. It just needs to be said. So
yes.
I'm kind of like Sonya. I don't get it either. I don't get it either. Why is Mandy on TV every week? Like, when Sonya's better.
Otis, I wish I was your son. You would shut me up with your nice juicy steaks, Tucky.
Mandy, I'm just over Mandy. I'm all because she's whiny. She's annoying this entire segment. She's like, Sonya, what did I ever do to you? And I'm like, shut your face.
She's playing her character.
I don't care. It's kind of like Lana. Like, I'd rather bang my head into a wall like 87 times than sit there and listen to another Mandy Rose promo.
What would you rather have her do?
Sonya, why'd you come out and bother me?
I mean, I might laugh. Yeah, you might get some sort of reaction out of me that isn't me sitting there going, ugh, go away. Like, I'm over this. Honestly, y'all can hate me for this, but I'm kind of over the whole Otis thing, too. Like, I just don't get it anymore. It was funny at first, and it was great at first, and now it's just kind of bleh.
James says,
and I just kind of don't care. I don't care.
I've really gone off Mandy since Chris Van Vliet's interview, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I like the whole building up Sonya, so I mean that's the whole idea.
That's great, but I mean, Sonya's not wrong when we sit there and say she's not on TV week after week because other people are on TV. It's not even just Mandy. It's just like everybody. But I mean, she's focusing on Mandy. Also, so she went from losing the Lacey feud to now she's feuding with Mandy again. But the thing that doesn't make any sense about this is Mandy's like, why are we still doing this, Sonya? And I'm like, did you or did you not?
I'd rather see Lana say my Bobby than
did you No. People would rather hear me say that because I say it better than her because it's hilarious.
Bobby.
No. That's not how you do it.
No, my bad.
Maybe I'll do it for the people at the end. Maybe.
That's what everybody came for, is just to see you say Bobby.
Pretty much. Because it's hilarious. So, Mandy's like, why are we still doing this? Like, why are you still bothering me, Sonya? Like, what did I ever do to you? Bruh, you legit came out during her match, 2 weeks ago? And you, cost her match. What did you think she was gonna do? Did you think she was just gonna forget? Did you think she was just gonna forget? I don't understand it. And Mandy's not great. She doesn't deserve everything she's got going on. No. Because when you start having talent on week after week after week after week after week, that's like the same talent that you're seeing week after week after week after week after week. It's old. It's kind of like Charlotte Flair. You know? Like, her being on every show, all these different people being on every show. It's like, stop! I want to see Sonya Deville! I want to see Sonya Deville fight somebody. Don't you dare even try. Don't you dare even tell me, why don't we just give them their own show? No. That's not what I'm saying here, bro. What I'm saying is maybe for once in their lives, they should just listen to me and listen to what I'm saying.
Sasha
and maybe they... But the thing is, Sasha and Bayley aren't on every show all the time. Charlotte, has been. And, some other people have been. I don't know. I know!
Dude, you just broke everybody's eardrums.
I'm sorry, but...
Including mine.
I don't get it.
How you doing, Noel?
I don't understand it.
Let's see here. When I saw Jericho's bag of oranges, I thought Mandy Rose was in the bag. I hope Charlotte wins Monday.
I hope not.
She's going to.
She probably is, but I hope not.
Dude. Yes. Speaking about Charlotte, guess who's fighting for the Raw Women's title next week? Yep. Bray Wyatt is back to normal, not the Fiend, and Playhouse. I think they're going to use all his characters is what I think they're going to do because I think he's that talented and I think it's going to make things interesting. Maybe it's jealous of Mandy. See, no, James said so.
Not at all.
Sonya Deville is going to play as Batwoman soon. Yes. Mandy for SmackDown Women's Champion. No.
Sonya for SmackDown Women's Champion.
Charlotte Flair.
Fight me on that.
But that's okay.
Fight me. I dare you. You will lose. Anybody and James, everybody
dude, you're pushing
will
for
lose.
Maven's rant. I like your style. We had a semi-rant.
Pushing for a Maven's rant? Are you kidding me?
We've had a semi-rant.
Are you kidding me? I don't understand you folks at all. So yeah, Sonya and Mandy then beat each other up, and I'm like, ugh. Because we can't do anything better with Sonya. And Sonya, let's not answer the question of where Carmella is.
Carmella is staying away from COVID. Mandy slapped him in his face. It was really funny. Yes.
So Sonya and Mandy
Charlotte
beat each
5
other up,
belts.
and great.
That's what I've been saying, Scott. I've been saying that. No one wants to believe me.
Because nobody wants to come true. Because everybody knows that it sucks.
Charlotte's going to win all the belts, and then they're going to switch the women all to one show.
No, they're not.
And then that way you have other people that get a chance to
No,
get TV.
but it's not even about that. It's not even about that. You don't even understand what the whole, argument is about. It's not about giving them their own show. It's about using the people that you have on your shows. And putting Charlotte Flair on every week is not the answer.
I will be right back.
That's not the answer. It was never the answer. It was never going to be the answer. But I don't know. I don't even know. We finally saw Naomi. Yeah, totally. It was great. I love what they're doing with her. Can't wait for them to. They're doing great things with Naomi. Where's Carmella? Let's not ask that question. Carmella doesn't need to come around for a while. Charlotte Flair going to be on Monday Night Raw fighting for the title, which I think is stupid. Jono, I know. Tamina! They're filling a void for Becky. Except,
All right, slide back over.
Charlotte isn't the answer to filling the void of Becky being
I'm
gone.
back again.
I think all that gold around Charlotte's going to be interesting. They should scrap NXT and just have it as a Charlotte Flair thing. Yeah, they might as well just turn one of their shows into the Charlotte Flair show because, honestly, at this point, that's pretty much what they all amount to anyway. So, actually, technically, they could just get rid of Monday Night Raw, Wednesday Night NXT, and Friday Night Smackdown and just call it Charlotte Flair Show, Night 1, 2, and 3.
Here's the Tamina thing I don't get because she put out a video 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, WWE probably shut that down real quick.
Put out a video 2 weeks ago like she was going to be like this crazy psycho or something. And then she took it down right away. I was like, man, this is like the coolest thing they could do with her. And now, you see her tonight standing there with the other people and
Like I said,
I don't know what they're
WWE
doing.
shut that down real quick.
I was like,
Real
this is going to
quick.
be awesome.
No.
And then,
They were like, no, it's not, because we're not doing that. Because Charlotte Flair. So, that's the simple answer to 99.9% of WWE's problems. So, Sasha and Bayley, we get a video of them.
I'd be cool with her turning on Alexa Bliss. We're not going to take it.
No.
We're not going to take
That's
it.
not the words.
Huh?
It's, we're not going to take it. Something about,
Yes, we're not going to take it.
that is the words.
Yes.
But the next line, that's not the words. You didn't sing it right.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, give me a whole yeah.
Look it up. We're not gonna take it.
No, we're not going to take it.
No, we ain't gonna take it. You didn't sing it right. You gotta sing it the right way.
My bad.
Because if you don't sing it the right way, then it's not right.
Okay.
So use the proper grammar, or in this case,
So I messed up
not
on the
proper
grammar.
grammar.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Charlotte looks like Chewbacca. This is the Maven Gleen show. Mr. Gleen is just
I'm
a
always
special
just
guest.
a special guest.
So after this, we get Sasha and
It's
Bayley.
about 90% of the time I'm just a special guest.
Sasha and Bayley, the video.
I'm just here to stir the pot.
We're not gonna take it
Yeah, see,
anymore.
that was part of it,
Yeah, that's the end of it.
see? Yeah.
Maven?
Maven is going to be a teacher.
No, I'm not.
She wants nothing to do with being a teacher.
I don't want to be a teacher. I'm good. I don't need to be a teacher.
I've tried to keep her away from being a teacher.
I don't want to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher when I was 6 years old, and then I was like, I don't want to deal with children. So
Yeah.
Kids are cool, but when they're jerk faces, no, I'm good. Maven equals Charlotte Flair fan.
No, that just says Charlotte fan.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I love when I throw in words that aren't there. Maven, Charlotte, Corbin, Mojo, Shane McMahon, Stan. Alrighty then. Sweet. When the New Day threw their shirts on them, they acted like they were bugs.
Yes.
Woo! So,
Seems like the dream is done. Yes.
so we then got New Day versus Lucha House Party. Bayley and Sasha were on commentary for this. This was gold. Can we keep them on commentary at all times, please?
Why?
Maven teaching kindergarten.
Greater than you're
You're
all
all
little
amateurs.
amateur. Your parents should be ashamed. Woo!
Stop.
So we got that set up.
Why are you encouraging him? Why? Why do you encourage this? This nonsensical behavior. Stop. Stop in the name of the law. In the name of
Sorry, man.
Maven's law. Stop.
What was the point of Bayley and Sasha being on commentary?
They're funny. That's the point.
I was hoping that they were going to give one of the tag teams that won a title shot. I was thinking that's why they were out there.
No. It's because they're funny and
Oh.
they're entertaining and it's Bayley's birthday week. So don't you ever question the champ
Got you.
again. Because don't you ever question the champs ever again. Because if you do, they will hunt you down and they will hurt you. So, no. No.
Yeah.
Don't question them. Don't question them.
Yeah. Charlotte's going to beat Asuka on Monday night for the title, and I'm here for the rant.
Ugh! I'm so not ready for it.
I remember being younger and loving the classes I had with class clowns. Now I feel sorry for teachers. Yes, feel sorry for us teachers.
Yeah.
Because, it's not just class clowns anymore.
Sorry. Bailey reminds me of Barney the dinosaur. Why?
Because she says, I have
The
nothing to
rent,
do.
the rent will be worth it for sure. Yeah, the rent.
When is the
We're
last time
renting
Bayley
out
defended
this
the women's
room
title
for me to
besides-
rant.
It's been a while.
Ah!
I can't see.
The last time
Extreme
Bayley
Rules
defended
Bray
the
Wyatt
women's
was Sunday, and
title?
I think Otis is going to come out of Money in the Bank and cash become champ in Extreme Rules. Possibly.
Let's just look that up, shall we? Let's just look that up. When is the last time Bayley defended?
Bayley did not throw Sasha under the bus tonight.
Yes, she did. She threw her into the match.
Okay.
It was her. So don't tell me it wasn't. Because it was.
If they have Charlotte win the title, I'll promise you it's not going to be the wrestling story where you does rent is going to be mean. Yes. Charlotte wins the title. You're going to have an
Mr.
hour.
G's gonna have a party.
You're going to have an hour-long show here.
And
of
I'm gonna
Maven ranting.
have a yell about things. That's what you're gonna have.
She has to win the first one to win all 5.
I don't care.
Just saying.
The issue is, if she was winning all 5, she would have kept the NXT Women's Championship.
No, they
and
took it
so,
off for a reason.
Yeah.
To get people
To
like,
give-
go, all
no.
right, good. She
No,
lost that, yes.
No. The only reason they did that was to give Io the belt because they know that Charlotte's going to hold it for the next 9 years. So
Yes.
Charlotte is not underutilized.
I think they should put her on more
No,
shows
I don't think they should.
and more segments.
No, I don't think they should. Like I said, I mean, they could. And at that point, there's no point in having Monday Night Raw, Wednesday night
She should
NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown because it's just the Charlotte Flair show, part 1, 2, and 3.
I think she should
And
manage,
I will not tune in to any of that. You will lose my viewership, and our show will be over.
I think she should manage
So,
at least one.
I don't think any of you want that whatsoever. So y'all better stop spewing this Charlotte nonsense because if they do it, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit here and yell about Charlotte Flair 3 times a week, okay? I will have no voice. And I'm not
9
doing it.
years.
I'm not doing it. So y'all better be hoping that
Should've
she
been at
doesn't
Money
win
Bank.
all the
Yeah, I think
belts.
that was the last time.
Y'all better be hoping that she doesn't win all the belts.
Yes. Maven should manage Charlotte Flair.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell her not to go on TV. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, you know what? This week, let's just take this week off. Let's just take the next 6 years off. And you can go, you can take Andrade with you. You guys can go to Hawaii and have a great time. Because we really don't need you. I'm going to manage somebody else while we're here.
Really glad they're pushing young, fresh talent like Charlotte. She was married for so many years, man.
Yeah, totally. So, New Day, we were talking about them at one point in time.
Yeah.
New Day won this match. It's great.
All right, Noel, thanks for
Epic.
stopping in. Have a wonderful day.
I'm still
Thank
trying
you.
to figure out the last time
Peace out.
Bayley defended. Defended.
Charlotte deserves a push. She's
No.
getting buried.
She doesn't. Stop.
Who we up to now?
New Day.
New Day.
I'm trying to find out when Bayley last defended her title.
Men in the Bank.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Push
Are
off
we
the
sure?
cliff. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, technically, if we want to get technical, the last time Bayley defended a title would have been Backlash, but I don't think we mean tag team championships.
Yeah.
So let me figure this out. One second.
Well, while you're figuring that out, everybody's excited about the fact that you're scrolling through Twitter.
That I'm not scrolling through Twitter. I'm scrolling through Wikipedia. Get it right. Jeez.
So you're saying you're gonna shut the show down?
Yup.
Well, we don't believe you, Maven.
Well, you better, because I'm not doing it.
She just won't watch WWE anymore. She's gonna have to switch to Impact and
I won't. I will be an AEW
NWA
stan.
and AEW.
I will be an AEW stan till the day I die if they put all the belts on Charlotte Flair.
By the way, Naka and Cesaro teaming was a replacement for the Forgotten Sons thanks to Jackson Record. Yeah,
Yup.
that didn't shock me.
Get it right.
Money in the Bank versus Tamina, that was over 30 days. Give Charlotte the SmackDown Women's title.
No! Stop! Y'all suck. Y'all are terrible. It's like, Charlotte doesn't deserve jack squat.
Woo!
No! Stop! So, a New Day. New Day win, and then Nakamura and Cesaro attack them, and it was great because Nakamura and Cesaro were replacing the Forgotten Sons, and epic awesomeness, coolness, epic, sweet, awesome.
That was the one match that I didn't like.
I like this match. I thought it was good, and it was even better because Bayley and Sasha were on commentary.
Well,
but you seem to
what's
have
the
a
one
problem
match
with that
that I
because you don't like Bayley and Sasha. Well, guess what? Bayley and Sasha are better than
No, it
Charlotte
has more
Flair.
to do with-
So, it's just facts.
Yes, we predicted Tamina would win.
It's his fault. It is 100% your fault. I went along with it for 2 seconds because I was like, well, fine. We'll give you this pick because I'm picking all the rest of them. So,
Did Big E have any armbands on?
I don't even know.
I didn't pay attention.
it's because I was too busy laughing at Sasha and Bayley on commentary.
I don't get the whole what's like. We've seen the Lucha House Party in the New Day like 100 times.
It was the literal only reason we had this was to fight or have Nakamura and Cesaro come out
Which
and
is
fight
stupid.
them. Okay, but it's trying to initiate the feud because they just you don't have the
You could
Forgotten
come up
Sons.
with a better way to have a feud.
Okay, but you don't have the Forgotten Sons. They already had stuff set up with the Forgotten Sons, and so yeah, the dudes don't really fit in there. So they had to do it somehow, and this is why they're doing it. Cesaro and Nakamura are like, we're tired of sitting in the back doing nothing. Okay, we're tired of it, and we're gonna take action. Good, great, awesome, cool. I'm cool with it. Whatever, I don't care. You guys are gonna fight. Sweet. Doesn't mean anything because their tag team division is a joke. But I digress. So.
Someone said to put all tag teams on one show.
Okay, I agree with you on that, but I don't agree with you on the women. And it's forever going to stay like that. You cannot change my mind. Till the day I die, that's what I'm thinking. So, boom. There you go. Alexa, Naomi, Tamina, Lacey, and Dana are backstage, and they're all like, what are we going to do about Sasha and Bayley? They're
Just
all just
think,
like,
if they had their own
terrible.
show, they wouldn't have to stand in the back going, what are we going to do about Sasha and Bayley? They could just go, hey, let's go have a match because we got our own show, and we'll have like 5 matches today, and not just the one that we normally get.
okay, whatever.
I have a really bad feeling about Monday. They are going to put the title on Charlotte, making her a 13-time women's champion. Yes. Street Profits and War Raiders are not a joke.
Oh, dang, sorry. They're the one tag team that isn't a joke. Or, sorry, they're the one, they're the 2 tag teams that aren't a joke. My bad. Sorry. I apologize. I highly apologize because they're not jokes. They're not jokes at all. Those ninjas, those are some, like, the ninjas, the tag team
Last
of
good tag team
ninjas,
for me was Brian and Kane.
the ninjas, that tag team could be pretty untouchable.
Yes.
I mean, I think the ninjas have got something real good going there, and I think that they're going to go places, and I think that they're going to be Raw Tag Team Champions by Extreme Rules.
Yes.
The ninjas led by Akira Tozawa. I think it's happening. And then you're going to have the Giant Ninja versus Big Show at Extreme Rules, and that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. Where are Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair? They still work there? No. They're fired.
Alexa, Naomi, Tamina, Lacey, and Dana.
They've been forgotten. They're going to come back and be the Forgotten Sons.
No, they're not.
Forgotten Daughters.
They're really not. Am I the only one who feels like the Tozawa Ninja gimmick is pretty to be pretty offensive?
I don't have an issue with it.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought they were going to do something like weird with it at first that was going to be like really offensive.
The Giant Ninja is...
But I don't think it's been too bad.
He did play basketball, though. For, University of South Florida.
So, the Giant Ninja Shag has gotta be. I don't find it offensive. I was worried about it being offensive, like, when they first had, like, shown it, but they haven't really done anything, like, bad with it. It's just all been, like, funny.
Yeah.
The ninjas are a social commentary on the economic dominance of the Western world. Serious stuff. They're on main event.
Well, they could have put a white guy in there and everybody would have went, why is the Asian not playing the part of the ninja? So...
I'm not Asian, but if a person wants to embrace their culture, why not? Ninjas are cool.
Yes, ninjas are cool.
Ninjas are cool. I like ninjas. Ninjas are epic. I hear voices in my head, they talk to me. You gotta finish it, Scott. You gotta finish the line, because that's only half of it.
I mean, my initial thought to Asian is hiding my dog, not a ninja.
So, Alexa, Naomi, Tamina, Lacey, and Dana are backstage, and they're talking, and they're like, yeah, what are we gonna do about Bayley and Sasha? And then they're like, well, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Where did Nikki go? And so then...
That was offensive.
we go to Sheamus in an interview, and he's all like, next week we toasted Jeff Hardy! I'm like, can't wait. So excited. Yeehaw. Awesome.
Confederate statue coming down everywhere, James.
We then have Bayley and Sasha! And Nikki attacks them. And then we get Sasha versus Nikki because Bayley volunteered. Bayley volunteered Sasha. And so Sasha versus Nikki. And this was great.
Sheamus is going to get too drunk and get beat up by Jeff.
Wow, that was Dolly Parton singing Randy Orton. Mind blown.
Hey, no problem.
No, that doesn't say singing. That says signing.
Signing. It says signing.
It says signing!
Yeah.
That doesn't say singing! Dolly Parton signing Randy Orton. Dude, you need to watch what you're writing.
You gotta remember where it's coming from. He's probably been drinking tea.
Because that is like...
Hey, don't take... We're cool with it.
I read it as singing too. It's
James, she was wearing a suit, James.
Dyslexic? Jeez, Miniam. I mean, I know the feeling because I do it all the time. Jeez, man. I mess things up all the time. Like, I wrote things down. I put words in where there are not words. I switch letters around where the letters are not supposed to be switched around. I switch numbers.
Here's the problem, okay? You see parts, and this has been proven, that you see parts of a sentence that you just pick up. You think that things say things that they actually don't say. So, like, you saw Dolly Parton, and you went, oh, singing.
No, but it makes sense, though, because I sang the Randy Orton thing.
Yeah. Dolly Parton signing. Look, he said signing, too. Oh, God, imagine this theme song. Okay,
man.
What a way to make a living. That's funny.
Jeez.
When I read Dolly Parton, I'm like, see, I told you. That's what I'm saying.
Yup. I just said that mystically. So, and sometimes when I'm doing things, I write in the completely wrong person. Like on Monday, it was Christian versus Randy Orton, and I wrote it in as Christian versus Edge. And I was like...
Yes.
Now that would be me just being stupid, not paying attention to what I'm doing.
Because Randy Orton looks nothing like Edge.
And there have been other times where I write stuff and it's,
and I'm not just talking about their looks.
Such
I'm talking
and
about how you spell
so.
it.
Such and so. such and so versus such and so, but I write in the same person. I don't know why I do that. It's just me not paying attention, I guess, man. But I screw up the notes all the time, and I go back and I read
Next
it
week,
when we're
James.
sitting
Next
here.
week, Charlotte's going in the Hall of Fame.
I read it when we're sitting here, and I go, that's not right. One time I wrote Dolph versus Ziggler.
Yeah.
And that was like... It made no sense. Speaking of Dolph Ziggler, he's going to Monday Night Raw. He got moved to Monday Night Raw, so the Dolph and Sonya stuff is over, I guess, even though they were a good partnership. But whatever.
That's because, Vince doesn't like what he's seeing. Go figure.
That's why their show's
Charlotte is going in the Playboy Mansion Hall of Fame for sure.
So, Sasha wins the match.
Charlotte is going to beat the Hall of Fame.
Yep. So cool,
Or
can't
just
wait.
the Hoff.
So while we're talking about Monday,
I said Baron versus Corbin. Hey, we all battle with ourselves.
so
Baron versus Corbin was a good match.
So
The King won.
before we get to the main event, before we talk about the main event segment, Monday we are getting Randy Orton he's being how did they word this? I'm gonna have to look it up on the Twitter machine because they worded it a certain way on what's happening with Randy. It says Randy Orton is being crowned the greatest wrestler ever by Ric Flair this Monday. I would like to know, how does one get crowned as the greatest wrestler ever?
Well, someone makes a crown and it says greatest wrestler ever, and they go, here, you're the greatest wrestler ever.
I don't know. Is that how we do that?
Rick's gonna crown him, and then he's gonna drop to his knees and go, Wah! I don't think Daniel Bryan gets another title shot. Brie Bella is due in August. I think after Extreme Rules, Daniel Bryan may leave. Yes, I agree, John L. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. I admit to my battle before I said Triple H was the woman in the relationship before, and Stephanie is the man. I'm sorry for my mistake. It happens, man.
So.
Although that may be true. Because he won the greatest match ever. See, that's how you get titled the greatest wrestler
Okay,
ever.
but that's not necessarily the case. It doesn't make... But, I mean, Ric Flair's, crowning him, and Ric Flair thinks he's, a god or something, so... I don't know.
Yeah.
Ric Flair thinks that Randy Orton is a god.
See?
But I mean, Ric Flair might think of himself as a god too.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I mean, so.
Yeah, Ric Flair does think. In fact, Rick will probably go, well, wait just a second. I'm the greatest wrestler ever.
Man. So, we have that, and then we're getting the Championship Monday. What they're calling it, because Flair is fighting Asuka for the belt.
Don't tell her to slam.
R-Truth is fighting Akira Tozawa. The Street Profits are fighting the Viking Raiders, and Bayley and Sasha.
Is Randy the new Nature Boy?
Oh my gosh,
yes.
I didn't realize the PlayStation was on the floor.
We're gonna call him Nature Boy Randy Orton.
And Bayley and Sasha are fighting the Iconics. So we got that happening on Monday.
In fact, when I make my thing for next week, I'm gonna call it Nature Boy, the new Nature Boy.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Thumbnail.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna call it the Nature Boy.
No.
Randy
Are we
Orton.
ready for the main event, folks?
Main
Are
event,
we ready
man.
for this?
Let's get to it.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Are you ready for a good time? Do. Y'all have to say you're ready.
No, they don't want to.
Are you ready for a good time?
They would.
Yeah, we're ready, folks. Yeah, we're ready.
What? Nobody's answering. They don't like you.
Because, like I said before, they're all terrible.
The Nature Killer. Randy Orton.
He kills trees? That's what it sounds like to me.
Trees,
Kills
bugs,
kills trees.
toads,
Grass.
grass.
I'm somewhat ready. I don't know.
Alright, here we go.
So, Firefly Funhouse returns.
It was cool.
They did this better than I thought they were going
Yes.
to. Like, it was 10 times better than what I thought it was going to be. Not environmentally friendly.
Drew McIntyre, the Mountain Dew of Scotland.
So Bray shows up. He says, "I've been doing a lot since I last saw you all. I learned to knit. I learned to resurrect things from the dead. I did something with some reptilians. Yeah, I've been real busy."
Because she can hit those notes, that nobody else can.
That was more of a squeal, but I mean, whatevs. So the Rambling Rabbit shows up. He says, "Haven't you just been sitting in a corner questioning yourself, man? Haven't you been doing that over the last couple weeks?" And Bray's
Yes.
like, "Go away! I mean, yes, but no, but yes.
Thank
But go
you for
away!"
the follow, ex-Boyd.
So, means I have no idea what that means. Mountain Dew is a beverage. Have you never heard of Mountain Dew? Observing stuff. I mean this in the nicest way possible. Have you been living under a rock?
Have you covered the recent allegations on several wrestlers across several corners? Not yet. We're going to right after this is over.
So,
We're finishing up Smackdown review, and we're going to talk a little bit about it.
So Braun then shows up. The train is all like, toot toot.
I'm aware of the beverage brand names.
Oh, man.
What does it mean to be called a beverage name?
So,
Are you okay?
because the Braun Strowman train shows up, and I was just like, toot toot. And I guarantee that's not what it sounded like, but it might as well. Huh, I've been that. So, dang, that made me laugh, and nobody else is laughing because they have no idea what I'm laughing about. So great! It's the boat we're in all the time.
You could call him Mountain
Woo!
Dew.
And I am the Coca-Cola.
Of the Jabber.
I'm the Dr. Pepper. Mr. G, you need a soda name. Oh, Mountain Dew.
James apparently is pepper.
What are you? You gotta pick one. Everybody else is picking a soda. I got Dr. Pepper. Even
clever.
Oh, man. What are you?
I don't know. Don't ever put me on the spot like this again.
What's your favorite soda?
I don't know. Dr. Pepper. You already took that.
Well, sorry. There can't be two Dr. Peppers.
I know.
Ah, man. So, now that we're done talking about soda, woo.
Thank you for all of you that just joined us. We were talking about soda when we're supposed to be talking about wrestling.
It's all Ains' fault.
I know, it's Ains' fault. Good job, Ains.
Dr. Pepper extra.
Oh, well, observing stuff just went beyond Dr. Pepper. He went the extra mile.
So, Braun shows up.
Dr. Pepper 10.
Ooh, mellow yellow.
Greater than Mountain Dew. No.
Ooh.
Can't say that.
I don't. I just don't like mellow yellow. It's kind of. Actually, Maven would be Dr. Pepper Extra, and Mr. Gleen would be Dr. Pepper.
Best soda is yogurt. What? Yogurt. Yogurt is not a soda.
I don't drink soda
Waffles
much.
are greater than pancakes. I could take either one, Scott.
So, folks.
I don't drink a lot of soda either.
Woo! Oh, man. Where were we? Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Toot toot. So, Braun tells Bray to not. He says he failed. The story between us is over. On that note.
Well, now we know what James is having for breakfast.
Bray says, our chapter may be over. But when I said I was resurrecting the dead, I wasn't lying. But his is just the beginning. Do-do-do. Old Buzzard Bray shows up. Catching flies. I'm going to be singing that song for the next 12 weeks.
Yes.
Because it's catchy,
It is catchy.
And it's catchy.
Yes.
So, we got that. He says, to move forward, we must take a step back. I created you. Now I will end you. Follow the buzzards. Run. And he blows out the thing, and we go dead.
It was awesome.
This is so much better than I thought it was going to be.
The whole Bray... Well, I think because they're bringing in a new character here from Bray Wyatt.
But it's not a new character.
I think people will accept him going and fighting Braun a lot more... Or people will be more receptive to him going after Braun and still fighting Braun rather than just if it was like the other way.
Yeah. It's a cool song.
Well, Bray loses every single match. Bray has zero chance.
Bray has a lot of chance now, I think, because I think Bray is... I'm not saying Bray wasn't over before, but they mishandled him a lot. And this, this is genius.
I agree. I've said Bray could lose everything in every match and still be okay.
Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do think this was a genius move.
Because there's so much more to Bray, because it's a mind game for him.
I understand
and
that.
If he gets into your head and makes you start to change, they can make that... That's the whole gimmick about Bray.
I don't know. Yeah, man, that's an interesting direction. I really miss the Eater World Bray, TBH. They were backed into a corner. It was terrible. When he first won the title, yeah, they backed themselves into a corner. They had no choice. It was put the title on him, or
no, the Fiend is not dead,
or don't, and have the fans burn your building to the ground. Well, they chose the route of burning the building to the ground, and they were like, well, let's not do that again. So let's put the title on him. And so that was that.
Well, I've said he should never have the title.
No.
He shouldn't even have him go for the title.
Nope.
But
Nope.
Just remember, Bray Wyatt can raise the dead. So if he is dead, he can come back.
So the Fiend isn't dead. No way. The Fiend
is a skull and gone.
The Fiend is Mr. G is right. The match doesn't matter if he wins or loses. All that matters is his opponent is changed.
That's the whole the whole Bray Wyatt thing is about. It's about getting into people's heads. Let me in. I'm gonna get into your head, and I'm gonna mess with you.
A lot.
I mean, look what happened. The only thing they did wrong with Seth and the Fiend was they should have immediately had Seth like start to do his Messiah thing like right away. Like the next night on Monday Night Raw, you should have started to see the change of, Seth becoming the Monday Night Messiah. Because that's the whole idea is the Fiend's getting into his head.
Mm-hmm.
Fiend versus Braun 2 will probably end in a DQ or something.
Probably.
I think Braun will win. But I think that you're going to see a change in Braun. There's not going to be this. Here's the thing. Here's what I think.
There's no more of the toot
okay,
Braun.
They've used Braun as a joke, and I think with this whole concept, the whole idea that they got going on here, they can turn Braun into a beast.
They could. They
with
could
this
have
whole
turned
concept.
Braun into a beast a long time ago.
Well, they could have, but they tried to make him a fun guy. So this way.
But before that, they tried to turn him into a beast, and it still didn't work because they still turned him into a joke because, well, they don't know how to use him.
But this is a way that they could turn him into a beast with a storyline to tie him being turned into a beast. Is the fact that Bray Wyatt has gotten into his head and has changed him, and now he's a monster that's going to destroy everybody.
The thing I don't like about the entire situation is they're going to do exactly what Gimme Holy said. I reckon he's losing Extreme Rules, winning at SummerSlam as the Fiend. Hopefully it won't be against Braun. It probably is going to be against Braun. He's going to win the title at SummerSlam. He's going to hold it until whenever Roman can come back, and then Roman's going to take the title off of the Fiend. And I don't like that. I don't like that idea at all. Because as soon as Roman is ready to come back, he's getting the title. It's being put on him.
The problem with Braun right now being the champion's face is like all the joking and stuff he does. Again, the issue I have with the titles right now, nobody takes them seriously.
Yeah.
So, if nobody's going to take them seriously, then
why even have titles?
Yeah.
Because if nobody's gonna if it's not something you want to achieve and become, want to be a champion, because really, does anybody focus on any of the titles right now?
Charlotte Flair does, but I mean, outside of that, nobody. Because Charlotte Flair,
I don't even think it's part of the story. I think it's just a matter of here, there's a title that's on the line here, and so that's what's happening.
Charlotte, I mean, I'm being legitimately serious. Charlotte's the only one I ever see complaining about not getting title shots, because that's it. She's the only one that cares about titles. Like, I'm not even joking. This isn't even me being like, oh, I hate Charlotte Flair, and this is all she does. Like, if you didn't watch Raw Talk, she legit is one of the only people that I've seen that is like, oh, I care about the titles. Oh, I should be getting a title shot because of whatever reason, because I'm here all the time, because I'm here, blah, 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 blah. She's the only one that cares about the titles. That's it. Everybody else, they can care less. It's just facts.
I don't mind Braun being champion, but it should be a little guy that takes it off of him. Titles help progress the story. That would be like the UFC with no titles. The problem is you don't need the titles to do a story if it's just about the story. Make the champion be important. How you doing, Zendo? No problem, man. I think the problem is you the titles mean, like I said, mean nothing. Especially the mid-card titles.
I would love Big E. There's
nothing to them.
I would love Big E taking the title from Braun. I think it would be so cool because it'd give Big E this push that he's deserved for so many years. And it'd put him out there and make him a legitimate, not that he's not legitimate now, but it'd make him more legitimate and make him a bigger deal. And I think it would be really freaking cool because, like I said, Big E is one of those dudes that he should be getting those major title opportunities. It just should be. The guy has charisma. The guy has talent. He's amazing. And he should be pushed for a top title when all they're doing is using him in the tag team division. And the tag team division doesn't mean much. So, it would be perfect for SummerSlam, and I would love it. And it would be so cool. So cool. So epic.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
No.
And it sucks.
Big E's finisher on Braun would look really devastating. It would,
Yes.
though.
Can we talk about how NXT UK is pretty much dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yup. If NXT UK comes back, when it comes back, I don't know if they're going to have a lot of their big-name talent anymore.
Well,
I don't know.
You could always bring someone in.
I mean, you could, but when it comes back right off the bat, I don't know.
Can we pretty much talk about how NXT is dead?
But NXT isn't in the same boat that NXT UK is in right now. Like, NXT, it's not great. NXT hasn't been great storytelling-wise, but it's not dead. They're still putting out decent shows every week. That are,
the problem with the wrestlers from these days, their gimmicks are never believable. I don't know. I liked Walter. I like that whole...
I think Walter's
the whole
great.
Thing, like the Walter thing.
NXT isn't dead. NXT UK is hard for me to remember. Yeah, NXT UK, man. Stuff's hit the fan.
The problem with NXT is it's become stale. I don't think they have a direction on where they're going. But I think part of that is because the main roster's been messed up. And just the whole storylines in general.
Well, also, Vince is since then now taking over NXT from what I've heard, and I'm not happy about that because show's gonna suck. Just saying, it's gonna suck. So, NXT UK.
I like NXT. NXT's okay. I mean, NXT has not been as good as it has been. As good as it was, and it hasn't been good for several weeks.
Yup.
It'll be a very different product, but WWE's are happy to secure UK wrestlers if they let it go. Another company will take over here big time. Probably serious AEW takeover. Which wouldn't shock me. I could see AEW stepping in with, because, they've talked about doing a pay-per-view over there, so, I think they were supposed to do one over there.
Yeah. They were supposed to. I think Fyter Fest was supposed to be over there. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Could you imagine Bray on AEW with that creative freedom? Man, he could possibly see the
He reminds me of Matt Hardy. I don't know why. He doesn't remind me of Matt Riddle. Can you imagine that? No. He reminds me of Matt Hardy with all the multiple gimmicks and stuff, you know?
Bray, if Bray was on AEW, the stuff he could do, because they let them say a little more on there too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that he would be a genius in AEW.
Dude, can you imagine like Abaddon in Bray?
Yeah.
Some sick like that? That'd be cool. Mixed tag team match.
Wrestling is better here in America. I don't speak Europe in my voice. The thing about the UK is they will find people to take the place of the people that are being released.
See, the sad thing about it, though, is a lot of the people that are being accused of different things right now, they are good at what they do. They've just, if everything is true, they've chosen to make crappy life decisions. Crappy life decisions.
Matt's more of a philosopher character, as in Bray is a demon.
It's messing up their careers and stuff, if everything is true.
That's because everything's better here in America.
That's not the case at all. And I'm American.
Just think of everything that's better here in America. Our healthcare is better. Our president's the greatest ever. He'll tell you.
Dude, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know what I'm shocked? I'm shocked that Vince McMahon
Sorry that offends some people, but he is the best.
I'm sorry
greatest.
that I'm sorry.
I'm
shocked. Jeez, man. I'm shocked that Vince McMahon hasn't deemed our president as the greatest president ever.
He doesn't need to.
Because
the president does that. Mr. G, really?
Gentleman Jack Gallagher has been.
I'm just letting you know that he's the greatest ever.
Has been officially released from WWE. Yeah, and they did not wish him well on his future endeavors.
We have the greatest healthcare ever. America's a good country, just run by abusers. There's a lot of stuff. Joe Rogan is getting canceled again. Not shocked by that. The whole idea of everything here in the United States being better and everything is just like totally whacked.
Whacked.
What is? I mean, we didn't take anything. President of the Chiefs, Prime Minister, turn up. We haven't taken anything serious. This COVID thing hasn't been taken seriously. We're gonna have 200,000 deaths in this country, and a lot of them could have been prevented if we'd just taken the steps initially to get this under control.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a lot of people that have health insurance that probably are not going to have health insurance, not only because they lose their job, but because they get so sick that they can't go back to their job. Yes, Jack got released.
Jack Gallagher got released. They did not wish him well on his future endeavors.
There are a lot of wrestlers that have been accused of sexual assault. And so they are going to some are denying it. Some people have come up and said that they have said that some have denied it. Some have said that they actually they're sorry for doing what they did. So some have been released and so on. In school, your freedom of speech is important to shape the country. I said this class sucks. Go to the principal's office. Yeah.
Jack didn't say anything about the situation, which probably means that the allegations are true. Yeah, probably.
I would say so.
He's the only one that I've seen that's gotten released from WWE.
People call me boring when I just work and sleep and play video games. Scott, there's nothing wrong with that.
WWE put out a statement talking about what they could do for the stuff. And
you come in here and hang out with us, too, see? So.
And essentially, they said that they couldn't do anything about the situation unless the stuff was true and that the people were, guilty.
Yeah, well, our COVID cases are just now going back up in a lot of places, so I think we're going to have a lot of death here over the next couple weeks. We're trying to stay ahead of Brazil, I think, is the issue. We're trying to be number one.
Yeah.
I think he signed a deal to go to Spotify, yes. Which I don't even have Spotify, so we don't use it.
Epic.
Well, I don't know about your daily hobbies, but I wanted to know, why is Joe Rogan being canceled, though? Okay, so what's been going on in Twitter? Twitter has, a lot of stuff has been put out there about the wrestlers that have been accused of
sexual assault, sexual harassment. Jim Cornette got accused. Him and his wife were accused of sexual. I think it's more sexual harassment with them. And Cornette's says he has a lawyer. Like whoever was accusing him put it out on Twitter and put a face, his wife's face on it, and said, and apparently it's like the face of like a photo she just put up on Twitter.
See, I haven't seen much on that
so
situation.
So that's like a new thing, and this was back from when he was in OVW. So that's been, probably 10 years? Right?
I don't know.
A few days, Mr. G, then I turned 19. Congratulations, Endo.
Dream is pretty much screwed now since he got accused a second time. Now I won't be shocked if he got released. Yeah, that's, I didn't see the Dream stuff. This all came up when we were starting our show, and I saw it, and he's being accused of some stuff again. And he's already been accused of things from a couple weeks back. And, so it's definitely not looking good for some people. But there are others that are, like, I don't know.
Here's the issue I have with all of it. If it's just someone trying to be vindictive and trying to get at them, then there's a problem.
But see, the thing about it...
If you're putting stuff out on Twitter and putting stuff out on Facebook and putting stuff out there where people can see it, then there's a problem.
But the thing about it that I personally would not understand about that entire logic and the theory behind that, all of this came up after the David Starr situation, and I don't know the full extent of that either because I haven't looked into that much. Just from things I've heard from, talking to Gimme Hoya yesterday and seeing a couple things on Twitter. But there was the speak out, speak up, speak something movement that kind of was started, and people started sharing their stories, and I personally don't understand why anybody would think it's okay to make things up about stuff like this, because A, it's just completely wrong, and B, it's just completely wrong, and why would you ever do that? And so, like, I don't know how anybody can sit here and say that some of these are being made up and they're doing this to ruin somebody's career. There's got to be some ounce of truth to everything that's being put out there, and that's the way I see it. Now, I'm not saying all these people are guilty, but I just personally don't understand why somebody would do that, because it just gives a bad name to just everybody who's putting stuff out there, And I don't want to label everybody as being liars and making all this stuff up about all these different people, because I don't think that's the case. So.
Well, I'm sure there's some people that probably are, and obviously some of them admitted to it, but then you have others that say they didn't do anything. Like Matt Riddle, the one that was accusing him, he's had a restraining order against, or had to try to get a restraining order
Well,
against.
that's what he's saying. Again, it's another situation of he said, she said, and we don't know the full extent of it.
That wasn't just a he said, she said. This was his lawyer coming out and saying that they've tried to get they've had a restraining order or were working to get a restraining order since 2019, or stalking order, I think is what it was.
Okay, and that might be the case. But again, like I said, we don't know the full extent of the situation. And I'm not going to sit here and say that this person is lying, or that this person is telling the truth, or that this person is lying, because that's not necessarily the case. Things might have happened to different people that should not be happening, period. And if we don't take action on some of these things, they're going to continue to do it, and they're going to think it's okay, and it's not okay. And people need to stop. Just stop.
You can't ruin someone's life because of
No, you can't. But we also can't let this continue happening. We can't just do nothing.
I say get your crap together on my 999 looking towards a nice Taco Bell.
Like, that doesn't... It doesn't work like that, We can't just do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, well, I agree. You can't do nothing. I think it should be investigated. I think... The thing is, if you really want to do something about it, these people that accuse these people, why are they not going to the police and doing it through that method?
in the British police.
And I'm sure that some have.
There are reports that the police are involved with some of the cases that they've been told, don't put any more information out on Twitter. Don't do any more of that.
That's the problem.
It
with
is
stuff.
time
you have people
to,
that believe anything, or
like,
don't believe it. Like, you could throw proof. You could throw. It's like this whole COVID thing with people. Like, you could throw statistics out there, that numbers that are facts, and people go, "Oh, don't lie. You're just making that up." And it's like, the numbers don't lie. The numbers are there. Mm-hmm. So don't sit here and tell me that I'm lying or making stuff up. It's the facts. And if you don't like the facts, well, tough luck. I mean, you can have in your own little brain whatever is going on in there. You could have your own little facts, but it doesn't matter. You could have all the facts in the world and have someone accused of something on a certain day, and you have 900 witnesses saying, no, they were at this place that's 1,000 miles away, and you're still going to have people going, yep, he did it. Or she did it.
I mean, I understand that, and I totally get that. But I am, yes, the police are involved and have asked people to go directly to the police instead of social media. The whole idea behind the thing was to share stories, to share their story, and based on the situation that came out with David Starr, tell people they're not alone. They're not the only people going through this. And it's just blown up into this, there are so many, and it's not looking good for a lot of people. If the things are true.
Yes, they're always going to be conspiracy
So,
I 100% agree with that. It's like the whole COVID thing and the 5G stuff. It's like, really? Like, are you people just dumb? And I'm sorry if any of you believe that 5G is causing COVID. That I just called you dumb. Anytime allegations come out towards the WWE Superstar, what day was last year, a couple of years ago, they'll always wait for it to bring it up. I think the problem is if you're not going to the cops and trying to keep it that way, then I think you're looking to do a little more than, you're looking to do a little more than just try and get at, trying to find that person guilty of whatever they did. Some people are monsters that play the victim. They are more dangerous than aggressive monsters because they manipulate the crowd to take their side. Yes, and that's the problem I have with it. 2020 is a bad year. Flat Earthers are 5G. 2020 is a bad year for wrestling. Zandel? 2020 is a bad year for a lot of things.
2020 is a bad year
yes,
for everyone, really, not just wrestling. Man. So, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on it. Not saying anybody's lying. I'm not saying everybody's, telling the truth. I'm just saying that I'm not going to sit here and say everybody's making this stuff up to ruin somebody's career because personally, like I said, that just, it looks really bad for all the people that are victims of the assaults and stuff. And so it looks really bad for the people that are actually out there telling
Flat Earthers are a different species.
Telling their stories to these other people that have had terrible encounters with stuff, and it's just not right, and it shouldn't be happening if people are out there lying about this stuff. It shouldn't be happening, period. That should never happen.
You actually have toilet paper, Ains? Well, you might have it now, but 2 months ago we couldn't even find toilet paper, so 2020 has been the best year of my life. I can finally go to the bathroom without my boss knocking on the door asking for TP. WWE has probably had worse years than this. Yeah, I'm sure they have.
So
the issue now is you have social media, so it makes things even more noticeable.
Outside of the Jack Gallagher thing, the only other stuff that I've seen, Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks, they were suspended from...
And the thing about Enzo was he was a jerk anyway.
Suspended from...
So I think that's kind of why people turned on him.
They've been suspended indefinitely from Progress Wrestling due to the allegations that have been made against them. So that's happened. Jimmy Havoc, the AEW put up a thing talking about how he's getting help or something like that. And they're evaluating his status with the company. So Jack Gallagher has been the only release.
Well, social media, the problem with social media is people say what they want to say, but there's no,
there's no filter to stop the stuff that, you know, shouldn't be put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's one of those things that it hurts a lot of people because people just throw crap out there and people buy it, and then that's where you have the problem.
See, that's what I was saying, though, is, like, for all the people that are out there sharing their stories of things that have happened to them, and then if there are people out there making crap up, trying to hurt all these different people, that's just ridiculous. It shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't be a jerk face. Don't make things up that are, like, not true. Okay?
Well,
Don't put that out there because
here,
you're messing things up for the people that are out there actually telling their stories to tell these people you're not alone. Like, it's mind-boggling to me.
Put on social media, a lot of people aren't, though. They just, like, immediately go, oh, I'm going to put this out there.
It's just mind-boggling to me that, you know, anybody would think that's okay. And I hope that's not what's happening here, because if it is, that's just
The sensitivity
terrible.
to everything is astounding. Well, the sensitivity, here's... I will say that Americans are terrible at dealing with things. We couldn't deal with this COVID thing the right way. I think if we had shut every state down, if the president had said, we're shutting everybody down, we're going to get this under control, we're going to do like South Korea and some of those places did, that right now we would have no or very few cases, and the hot spots that we had, we could work on getting them put out and taken care of quickly. We didn't do that, and now we got like 6 states that had over 1,000 new cases, I think it was over 1,000 new cases today, with a couple of them having like 3,000. So if we'd put all the hot spots out or taken care of this like immediately, and not been, you know, this the things are fake and everything else, this wouldn't even be an issue. And that's just one example of things that could be done, but Americans are too selfish to, and they're not wearing masks. You know, that's just like simple things where we talk about Americans being like crybabies. I've seen a lot of people say I could go live in the woods for like 3 months if I had to. You can't live at home for 6 weeks without having to want to go get a haircut. Texas has been hit hard by COVID. Yes, Zendel, and I feel sorry for you guys because it's only going to get worse.
let's be a better world.
Your hospitals are going to be overran.
Give me a whole yeah. High five. Let's be a better world. That's just, it's the truth. Words to live by. Be a
Hoping
better
tomorrow ain't going to be
world.
worse, yeah.
Let's hope
That's my
tomorrow
soapbox.
isn't. I hope tomorrow's better. Because today was pretty.
James, it's not just
rough.
about Jesus. Whatever you believe in is something that you know, if you believe in that, then that's good. And so something that you can believe in that's like out there that a lot of people, I don't know, it's just one of those things.
Observing stuff.
Yes.
Observing stuff. Soapbox.
I saw a video, they put up bodies in the back of a freezer truck. In Texas? Because they were doing that in New York. And I'm sure, well, James, send some of those followers over to us, because we aren't at 2,000. We're at 200. Tell them to check us out and come to our channel. I know you share our show, but, like, really encourage them. Say, get there! And it's only going to get worse, Zendel, because your governor is not going to do anything. He's not shutting anything down. So anybody that thinks it's going to get better is kidding themselves. And, you know, just based off of what we've seen over the last 2 or 3 days with everything being the way it is. And we have a lot of selfish people. Same stuff happened to Michael Jackson. They can talk all about him because he's passed away and will never be here to defend himself. Yes.
So, guys, if anybody got anything else to add about the situation? Anybody at all?
Wait until the zombies come. We wouldn't make it observing stuff.
I might make it because
Americans
I'm going to
would
hide in
not
my
make
freezer.
it.
So,
Because they wouldn't be able to go get their haircut.
I mean, probably, yeah. Yikes.
Until a vaccine arrives, nothing will get better. I don't know that you could totally shut it out, but I think you could control it. I mean, look what South Korea's done.
Look what South Carolina.
Look at
said.
some of the countries that have handled this a lot better than us. We have just totally botched this completely.
I always wondered what it would be like to live in a zombie apocalypse. Man, it's boring.
Yes.
Jeez.
Unless you want to go out and fight the zombies.
Oh,
The
man.
zombie apocalypse might be more exciting because at least you can go out and fight the zombies and
Zombies have already found out social media.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Anybody else got anything else I want to talk about? Any other questions? Any other ideas? If not, I think we're gonna take off.
Don't forget.
It's been fun.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow, 4
we're
o'clock Central
streaming.
Time,
Tomorrow.
10 o'clock BST time. Is that right?
I don't know.
Is that right? Give me a whole BST.
I just don't know.
Because last time I said like GST or something like that.
Greatest
BST.
greatest time show time. Greatest show time. I
Yes.
don't know what we called it. Hardcore.
We will have ECW on our show. Watch along.
Yeah,
with
folks.
tomorrow.
I don't know
Talking
which
about
one.
ECW.
I don't know what we're watching.
If you do not have a Twitter observing stuff,
You should go get one.
go get one because right now we have two right now that are pretty close. So if you go get a Twitter
And you
account.
vote. Wait, what's tomorrow?
and go vote.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 4 o'clock.
You're ruining my song, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Tomorrow, we're streaming tomorrow with Gimme a Whole Yeah podcast. So tomorrow we're streaming on here, on our show, The Wrestle Story, and so we are going to be here, and we're going to be watching an old ECW pay-per-view. So it's going to be hardcore.
Because there are no new AECW like pay-per-views.
I mean, they could try, but,
Yeah.
you know, awesome. Look forward to saying hi to you all again.
All right. No tweets or tweets from me. She's observing stuff. Come on, man. Like in the dark ages, dude.
You just need to get a Twitter.
Yes.
You can make two.
Look.
One for observing stuff and one for your alter ego, the chill section. And then that'll be 2 votes right
Yes.
there. See? Like, it's just logic. It just makes sense. You just need to.
And then that way you know all about what we're talking about.
Exactly,
And you're
dude.
not lost.
Exactly. Exactly. So, man, you just need to go get a Twitter. One of these days you're going to listen to us and you're going to go get it. And we're going to be like, yes! It'll be a monumental occasion.
Even an old dude like me has Twitter.
And we're going to have a party.
Blast me, I don't know that guy.
Well, sorry. Hey, chill
All
section.
right.
Chill section. Get a Twitter. Get a Twitter.
We're going to take off. I'm going to like this. Hey, like this video. Hit
Yeah,
the
like
bell.
the video.
Hit the bell
Like the
button so
video.
you know when we go live. We will be back tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I was going to say tomorrow. Like, what are you doing? 4 o'clock tomorrow. ECW pay-per-view. Check us out. Give me a whole yeah, I'll be joining us. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Peace out,
everybody.
guys.